Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, it's another day. Kind of hype. This is going really well. Let's count it off right quick. Is counting it off. What is it? So it's March, January, February, March, April, May. So 2 months. To the day or what? Like I have to get through May 3rd. All right, so yeah, 2 months. 2 months and one day left. So just under 2 months. By May 4th, I would have succeeded because May 4th is not the day that I missed. It was May 3rd, 2020. So, yeah, so 2 months of this left. I mean, time flew by. That's nothing at all. It's not really a big deal. I don't think. I don't know. It might be. But I feel like I'm going to do it with no problem. Like I said, I only missed one day because someone asked me to. They asked really nice, and I fucking stayed asleep. They asked me while I was asleep, so I didn't get up. I talked to them while I was sleeping. They took advantage of me, is what I'm saying. They prayed to me and all this shit, this God stuff. I said to them, even though I'm not God, I don't really give a shit. But since you asked, I'm still me. I'll But they must have not asked me in a way. Like I was so asleep that I was just talking and I heard myself. Because why else would I have gotten up like, oh, I forgot, because they made me forget then. You know what I'm saying? Why would they make me forget the part about them asking me? You know what I mean? I woke up freaking out like, oh shit, I'm all shaking. Like, and I worked out at 3:46. And real quick, it doesn't matter. I meant calendar days. That's how that works. Not the sun in the sky, but that's how I actually said it. Each day that the sun comes up, or each day of the sun. So even if I worked out at 3:46, it wasn't a new day yet. You know what I mean? But don't worry about that. That's why I'm doing it over because someone asked me, someone took advantage of me, and I didn't. I didn't. I did it for them. I just stayed asleep. So don't worry about it. It doesn't matter to me. I didn't do this for any reason. You know what I mean? I did it because I thought that I could do it. I thought it was possible. And it's easy as shit. So you're fucking welcome. Like, whoever I'm even talking to, I'm just gonna act like I'm talking to God. So first of all, God, I'm sorry that I fucking I loved your creation so much that I listened to them and they made me do stupid ideas. And now they won't anymore. And I'm sorry that I don't know what to do when people fucking they pray like that, like the person is you without your permission. They pray to you like I'm you, God, but I'm not. I know I'm not. But that's what you got me surrounded with. Assholes. Absolute assholes. They'll take advantage of people. I can't stop that shit. I couldn't stop it. So but anyways, they did ask me, and I said to them clearly, and I know you heard me say, even though I'm not God, I think I'll even argue with them for about 5 minutes, like and like I was like something like, you guys are praying to me, and I know I'm not God, but I don't give a shit. But since you asked, I'll just stay asleep. I woke up at 3:46 a.m. freaking the fuck out. Like, oh shit. So they even took out of my memory that I said okay. You know? They took out of my memory that I said okay. All right, the point is I really don't care. I was saying so many things that irritated them that they basically have been trying to kill me ever since. Like usual, only they admit it now. You know what I mean? So this shit is so much fun that I don't even know what else to say. Like that's them and this is me. I don't really give a fuck what makes that possible in them other than them wanting to be gods, them wanting to be a rapist and have sex with their from families and shit like that. Weird shit that I can't even fucking understand. But as I am here, I can't help but to laugh at all of that because I'm alone for 35 years straight. And if I didn't fucking love myself, you know what I mean? I probably would have died already just from drug overuse or that car accident would have taken me out or something. But I wouldn't quit on you, God. This is your life. I understand it. It's been fun as shit. But every time I got in trouble, I couldn't enjoy it because there's a you who made me like this. Who made me fucking like everybody else, but everybody else said fuck school. And I was like, fuck school? Everybody else was like senior ditch day. I was like, senior ditch day? That shit took me 2 or 3 years to get used to it. They hyped me up so much. And then they handed me a fucking bottle of vodka. Like I'm not mad about that. That was awesome. It's called senior ditch day. It makes sense. But had I known the signs of true friendship or whatever the fuck that was, I would have got the fuck out of there. I might have to homeschool my kids if there even is a school anymore. Like the world's fucked up now. I'll teach them everything I know, and then those books, they will be reading. Like that's bottom line. They will be reading books. I will be reading them to them. Coming in like, what's the fuck is going on your Xbox? Finish that up, because eventually you're gonna be losing because it's a you gotta get the fucking reading or something. I'm not the best at it, but I love reading. I'm not the best at. Look, boy, listen to me. Shit, you gotta read the books first. I don't want to tell you what to do, so maybe because I don't want to fucking ruin your gamer skills, player. But you gotta read some of that book first before you fucking get on there. I'm so sorry, but just do it right quick. You do like reading, don't you? All right, and do as much as you can. We got a whole life, and you're still a kid, so you can take your time. But you better be able to talk to me like I'm talking. Otherwise, we're gonna get in trouble. I think. Scoot over, the baby God. Give me a controller. Fuck. So take that, world. I got comebacks now. You guys are fucking depleted in energy. You ain't got the stuff to ruin life anymore. That shit is over with. Shit, let me scoot over. Let me take a seat. Looking like I gotta save your asses, even though I shouldn't have. I'm not God. You dickheads. You ruin life. Talking about I ruin life because I work out, because I'm sober, because you told me I need to get sober. I ruined life because you told me I need to rehab. Shut your fucking ass up. I got plenty of that shit. Anyways, and it's the best because this is proof. You can't hurt me because there is a God. So get that shit out of here. And I'm pretty sure I can hurt you guys. Get that shit out of here. Alright, so everybody live their lives. You can attack me if you want, but it ain't gonna do you any good because I moved on. I don't even invest time in that. I just was trying to say how I definitely did 365 days. I think I even did some push-ups. I literally moved on camera 52.5 pounds, my Bowflex and my bench. I adjusted it in my room. The point is that we wouldn't even be here if I didn't do it that first time, which is what someone told me. I must have done something and don't even remember. Did I work out down at that senior community and you took that out of my brain? That sounds like the truth, but and then you erased it from my Snapchat. It must have been. Was I going live then? I mean, shit. I go. Whoa, let's get it. All right, now let's talk about something serious. If you are still a human being, 100%. Last night I had a strange ass experience. Evicting some motherfuckers from my stomach, I think. They were crawling in my mouth and staying in there. I'm not afraid or ashamed to say any of this stuff. Have you heard God in the sky capturing them 3 or 4, the 4 stooges or 5? a bunch of motherfuckers that I've seen who have been scaring me in real life with death threats. And I was raised by two of them, maybe even three. The point is that they never changed anything about me. But as they exited my life, they were saying all kinds of shit like, everything's gonna be right. A bunch of shit. They look like worms and monsters or some sort of a fucking. I had a dream about an alien once. It said I got killed. There was a patch over my left eye. And it was this little worm guy with a spinny mouth and these spinny teeth in the middle, and his eyes are fixed in there as well. I think it was orange or yellow. And I asked him, I'm floating in the square tank, like it's a bed, I'm laying back kind of like that. It's a red light going in, it's like filled with liquid, and I'm breathing in the liquid and just using my mind to talk to him. And he was like, I was like, what the fuck happened? He was like, you can see me? He's like, yeah, I can see you, And I was like, what happened? He's like, they killed you. I was like, what do you mean they killed you? He's like, yeah, they killed you. And I had this white patch over my eye. Fucking, maybe this eye's all fucked up anyways. Right now it's not. So there's aliens for sure. They keep taking that shit out and putting that shit back in my eyeball. Anyways, I'm a nice person. Okay. Obviously, you need to understand that they separated Rico because they could not fucking kill me. When I say that they were shooting me in the head while I slept, and then finally they stand there and watch my body regenerate like the story of Jesus that lights up. I've woken up and that light has been emanating around me, and I would not accept that it was coming from me. But I guess it was. And anger was like when they were forced to watch Rico regenerate, because they've even been telling people they kill me every single night of my life or something. And I couldn't feel the shit or even tell. I mean, I guess when you get killed so impactfully, you're just obliterated. Your pain centers just get incinerated instantly. Anyways, so I just kept regenerating because I believe in God, and God is mightier than everything else He created. It's that simple. But in that story, and then I look over to the earth and boom, boom, boom. I use my fucking palm because I watched a lot of Dragon Ball and I blew up 3 spots. And then God's voice said, "Don't do that." The point is, I'm now thinking that is a future that would have occurred had I not have walked away from it. I would have probably tried to kill myself. I would have shot myself in the face, in the eye. I've heard people say blindness is they just see white. So it probably wasn't a patch on this side of my head, but it was just a missing eyeball. So it was just a white spot there, a white eye. You can't see anything, and I thought it was a patch. Trippy shit. Anyways, I'm hyped. You know, my stories obviously are sounding scary, but it's my true life. So I don't know what else to say. Just be strong, you guys. Understand that I'm a super nice person, and I'm not really that tough. I was gonna say I'm tough. I'm actually scared, but there's nothing you can do because it's real life. This is all God's work now. This is what God is doing, and if you can't take it, you can't take it. It sucks, but I honestly think that people, they gotta. For me, there's no choice. There's no exit out of this. There's no running away. There's no suiciding. There isn't any giving up. It's kind of like if ever I was a slave, it's God's slave. If that makes you scared, then you're really not getting life. What does the word sober mean? What does the word rape mean? Because it happened to me. What does the word don't be vengeful mean? What does the word do not murder mean? What does the word life mean to you? I don't know what to say, you guys. It's scary, but just standing in one spot, my life doesn't die. It's proof to me that everything's all right. Everything is great. It's just scary. Ready? So try to be tough, or even let me say the rest. God won't let you die. Isn't that fucked up? You can get as scared as you want. Go through your panic attack. You can go through your obsessive compulsive freaking out. You can freak out all you want, but eventually you're gonna stop freaking out, and then you have the memory of that freak out. And every time you ever freak out, instead of just waiting to see what's gonna happen to you, you're gonna be the erratic person on the screen. If ever there's movies written about this, you're gonna be the one freaking out. You know, Eli Wiesel, he wrote Night, and there was a lady on the train talking about she saw dead bodies burning and babies burning and stuff. She was just completely inconsolable and uncontrollable as they were transporting them from one location to another camp in the Holocaust time. The Nazis did that to the Jewish persons and a bunch of other persons because the Nazis were then anti-Semitic, which they did not believe in God Almighty. They didn't believe that there was a God. So all these people were saying religious things, Muslims, Jewish persons, and people just who were black, who were African, that spoke all those different African languages. They didn't know what religion they were, but they believed in something else other than another being that was richer or bigger and ate better. They believed in the sun in the sky. They believed in something else that wasn't one of us that we could see, like everybody else did. And they started killing people for that. They killed over 300 million people during the Holocaust who believed in God, if you didn't know that. So anyways, that part in the book, she's freaking out, and Eli Wiesel, he details it so well on how the human being behaves because they can't calm their own mind down. So there'll be that one person who can't just stand here and let life happen to them. And that's all it is. It's called a psychotic break, but you ain't gonna die from it, but you will keep the memories of it. Alrighty. It sucks, huh? It's tough to be wrong, isn't it? It's tough to be wrong, but it sounds like you're a woman as well. You would be that same woman. You're right. I promise. You're all right. I promise. Psychotic thinking, psychosis, the mind. It's wonderful. Look up some words. Try to understand the words that define those words about psyche. PHSYCHE, psyche. Because that's what it is. It's the brain overthinking. If you can handle your freak outs, by all means, freak out. I mean, don't let me, a person like me, stop you anymore. You know exactly how that works. I'm sorry I said anything. I was just saying, I always try to help people because I went through psychologist after psychologist until they said, good job, Rico. Get your ass out of here. Don't go see another doctor. You did great. You look great. Keep it up. And the person around me was like, ugh, we're in trouble. They tried to make me keep going and shit. Until this last time when it turned into a fucking monster, and I was like, I love you anyways, but I guess I gotta go because I don't even know what the fuck is happening right now because it just kicked me out. And that's final. What is social media? What is YouTube? I mean, one must use this tool to share their truth. I have no reason to lie about my own life. I have nothing to gain. I haven't asked anybody for any money for the stories of me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. I have a good job. I mean, it ain't a super paying job, but I chose it because it feels good. I work today. You know what I mean? It feels good. It's my life. Okay, it's my life, and I didn't choose another job getting paid more because it wasn't fun there. It wasn't enjoyable. I was stressed. I was getting picked on, and I couldn't take it. So, but this place is different. This place is so different. Ain't nothing that can touch me there. I beat through everybody. They can't hurt me. Like, I could feel you out there hating this shit because I've already been through it at this place, and that's what I meant. This place, I could take it. That's why I said that. I was getting picked on at other places, and I couldn't take it. When I get picked on here, I do that. I just wait. Like, do you see your own issues, person? Do you? Did you really come across the country to find me? Did you really find someone at a store location to try to prove them wrong about loving their job? Get your ass over here, then I'll see you soon. Shit. And that's what I've been doing. And the fucking cops in the world have been allowing it because I'm me. I'm not afraid to die. And I believe in God. And that's one of the best things to see. You come in and try to kill me, and God prevents you. So be ready for that. I'm telling you not to come right now, just once. You can't hear me because you're already practicing your. You can't see anything but that. You're welcome. Anyways, I'm a little bit freaking out, but like I said, the cops and stuff, they haven't, approached me. I'm doing all the talking. I'm just thinking this is what's happening because they gave me the okay to do this shit. YouTube gave me the okay to do this shit. Twitter gave me the okay to do this shit. Instagram, Instagram and Twitter. Twitter gave me the okay to do this shit. They saved my life, Twitter did, and suggested to make a new account. It was hard to do, but I did it. I had to get rid of all my old thoughts about my friendships and stuff. They never gave a shit about me. So I'm actually suggesting that you guys do that too, but check your feelings. Why am I thinking that there's any other human beings who survived whatever the fuck just happened for the past 20 years? It all of a sudden changed towards the end of the 20 years. It meant 20 years, and then the last 3 years. I've been working for almost 5 years at my job now. But before that, I worked a year without this job at the Home Depot, and I worked it 8 months, probably a few months of that here, but 8 months selling phones. So let's just do, I've been working for 6 years straight without taking any breaks to give up, basically, or find another way to make money or to mooch off people. I love working. And for these past 6 years straight, me working has changed everyone that I thought that I knew for the past 20 years. For the past 6 years, they have gotten angry that I decided to start working, and they got rid of me out of the world of them because they are now caught for wanting to try to kill me, whatever the fuck I am to them. I think it's as simple as that. I think it's someone they thought that they can control from birth to hers that decided to take his own life into his hands and start doing what he knew he should have been doing instead of what he thought he couldn't do. You know what I mean? Or he thought he could only do. Like, I was doing drugs and stuff. I thought I couldn't do it. I thought I was black. I accepted the world calling me nigger, but I never thought I was a nigger. I just was like, man, the world's mean. I didn't try before, and then 6 years ago I started trying, and the shit was easy as fuck. It got so easy that I chose a job that doesn't give me super money, but it's dope in there. There's animals in there. There's people in there. I mastered interaction with customers in there. I couldn't do it at the Home Depot or a place like it or selling cell phones. I couldn't, But I'm talking about animals for some reason. It worked. So I work at Petco, by the way. Petco. They also gave me okay to fucking talk about them. It took me this long to be like, okay. I did 30 days in jail, and they didn't fire me while I was there. They let me keep my job for 30 days when I wasn't even there. What the fuck do you want? That's how good I work. That's how good I work, yo. I go to work and I do work because I want to fucking be there. Clock in and clock out. I made that shit up. Clock in, clock out. Clock in, clock out. I made that shit up. Don't motivate myself. know or care who it is right now who can actually hear me right now. And they're causing me doubt about facts of life. The facts of life is everything I just said has happened. These are the facts. And someone that knows me is nearby saying, no, they didn't. Or that you're going to get in trouble if you keep talking. No, I'm not. Okay? All of these things happened. And they're all done now. All these things are done now. I'm just sharing it because it's a nice thing to do. I'm not going to get in any trouble. Think about what I've said and what if it's true. I'm not going to get in any trouble. What if already everyone's been saved and we just needed the one person to save himself, and that was me. So I did intelligently. I just fucking got out of there because I was overhearing things like, "We need to get Rico the fuck out of there," making it sound like a movie or some shit. I mean, I don't know. Orange County's the best. Yeah, that's what we mean. We need to get Rico the fuck out of that house. You know what I mean? It was that simple. Get out of that house and fucking the world gets saved. Let's go. Let's go. Clean up day for sure. Yeah. So we're gonna go right. What I need to do is keep an eye out in case anybody else is bored that looking to be rescued. Get their ass out of there. Already. There's no flash on this thing. Don't worry about me. Never in my life have I murdered anybody. I've never killed anybody in my life. I've never murdered anybody. I've never killed anybody in my life. I've never murdered anybody. You believe it now? Fucking ask somebody answer that question. I've never killed anybody in my life, and I wonder if anybody's ever been fucking killed. Or if that's some other type of shit, like a fucking memory. God in the Bible said this is his second time with us. Could that be? It looks the exact same because naturally evolution would have still occurred this way. Technology, buildings, everything would have looked the same. Now it's time to push past this point. I know I have. I've never murdered anybody in my life. There's laws. Around here, people used to say that Fox News is fake, that news is fake, that they're just replaying old stuff from that time that God saw his creation get to that point. But then they started shooting each other because they couldn't fucking accept no. And then also, Futurama. It's some of my funniest, most enjoyable shit, but it helped me get past the fear of watching time travel in movies. I think I was all the way past it by the time I saw Futurama. So you guys, there's nothing to be scared of. I don't know what else to say. The fuck is up? Don't be fucking scared out here. That you know who's scared? A dumbass with a possession. You know what they attach to the word gun? Possessing a firearm. As if a fist is stronger than a goddamn piece of machine that throws a fist through you. What the fuck? You ain't possessing that thing. That thing has you possessed because you think you have an inanimate object possessed. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. This is psychological crap that we put in our heads to try to control things like man does, who was a slave once, and God rescued him from Egypt. You guys are on your own. I don't want to fucking help because that's all facts what I just said to you, and you rejected it, you dumbass. You're fired. Shit. That fucking gun out of your head, kid. You can't handle a gun. Get your ass on the fucking computer. Flashlight will do. Maybe teach whatever you taught those who can't. Those who can't do, teach. You can't possess a gun. The gun already has you fucking confused. You're gonna hurt somebody. People don't like to hear Rico be right. You're welcome. Stop talking. Why? The facts are too fucking brutal. You're welcome still, you dumbasses. Rico doesn't fucking pick up a gun because he knows smarter. Like, and then you want to get mad at me for telling you to go ahead and put it down. You can do it. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't be an idiot. Be smart. You're all right. Cry. Let it out. Everybody cries. It's okay to make a mistake that will save your life. For goodness sakes. Sounds like somebody just blew their fucking head off. I know it's not possible because there's a God. But even still, sound effects, because they're assholes like that. Don't you guys hate that shit? They start up emotions. That's what I mean. There must have been an era before because they can't handle being wrong. I just got away from people like that. You know, I really don't care. I don't care. It always seems to want to try to backfire. Hey, look, everybody, don't harm yourselves. Hey, be careful in life. Hey, leave me alone. Shit. Alrighty. This is how good it feels to take your own fucking freedom as if you didn't know you wasn't fucking free. And everybody is free. This is how good it feels to realize you're alive. And when you notice people doing obvious things like trying to fuck with your head, trying to say that you're wrong about what you're saying, it's the best. How reassuring. So I work today, tomorrow. Still waiting on Lowe's to get my drug test back. Isn't that, you ain't gonna want to hear this, but I haven't done drugs in a long fucking time. I don't even know the last time I did drugs. So Rico is so fucking okay that it's impossible to ignore somebody outside crying about their wrongs and still trying to prove Rico being the wrong one. You know what I mean? Even if it's one of the guards or security guards out there who made it through police academy, but then failed when they stared at Rico. And they had a good buddy who told them that they're good enough to be a cop. You can do it. Got them all the way to this point until I hear their voices outside whining and shit. Whining because they're fucking scared of what I just said about them. They can't handle the guns. So your ass is going to a desk or jail. It's up to you. Shit. Desk it is. And I don't go too far with them because they are service people. They are cops. They are very important. What they do, I could not do, not ever. But make sure that I am not wrong. I can do all day long because all I'm doing is telling my own history. How do you fucking lie about your history? We're not kids. I can't say I saw The Lion King, but I really didn't see it anymore in theaters. I mean, at least I think, but I feel like I did see it. Maybe I saw The Lion King in theaters in Charlottesville, Virginia, and they took that shit out of nobody's mind but me. What if? It's like, who did I go there with? Good guess, probably. What if? Ugh. I had a dream last night that this thing was bleeding. You know? It's a chickenpox scar. Or so I've been told. But then I've had ideas that I got shot in the head and the fucking bullet would not go in my fucking skin. It just spun there and it sounded like a cork or a screw being drilled into the wood, but from this inside of me. And I remember as a kid living in the projects, going over to make out with two twins, Vera and Veronica. Maybe you know them, but you know, whatever. I was told to go over there because I'm the only man that there was. I was just a kid, baby, literally. Go over there and make out with them, and they're gonna have sex with you or this and that. I was like, what? What's that with all that? Anyways, I went over there once, started kissing one of them, maybe both of them, jumping on the bunk beds back and forth as a kid, a baby, 1 to 5 years old. I was the man. Don't age or do age, doesn't matter. One of the days, the second time I went over there, like it was a routine thing. Remember, I was born in the projects. This was part of their experiment. Why is it called a projects? Because it's a fucking project to somebody who built it. Charlottesville, Virginia. Anyways, I went over there, and out pops from the back of a fucking door is somebody who shot me in the fucking head. And I was like, what the fuck was that? I didn't swear. I was like, what was that? I started crying. I saw this orange thing spinning on my fucking head, I think. And then I think it just either fell off or somebody pulled it off. It had to be God Almighty, believe it or not. And then I asked what was that, and the person started like it's like I blacked out, and then when I came to, they made up the story. It was a cap gun. See, it was a cap gun. Pissed off because I was going in there to hook up with two women, two girls, because God must have told me I had to do that. So whoever that person was who fucking shot me in the head and I didn't die, because this is fucking God's plan in life. What about me? That sucks, right? Moving on. Raw, I'm gonna be tough about this shit because God is getting realer and realer to the world. But the world must already know. So I'd rather shut up if you guys already know and keep my own sanity in my own life. My own fucking I'm doing this on my own, believe it or not. When I ask God for help, he doesn't help me. He'd rather see me get scraped up first and shot in the fucking head first. I think I could do on my own like everyone else is. You know, I don't need his help. When I ask, he can't help me. He'd rather See me get shot in the head first, and then years later talk about it. God, are you helping me this way? Fuck. Don't play with me, don't play with the boy because I will fucking admit shit that isn't true just to get your ass in jail, straight up, or whatever they're doing to us nowadays. I know that I'm the winner. I know that I haven't done anything wrong. I know that I'm right and you're wrong. For instance, alive, alive, alive. Do you want me to? Okay, so what the fuck is that? I love it, yo. I don't have time to fuck around with you. Alrighty, yo. So yeah. Anyways, fucking it's a captain. So I think that's what that scar is. I think that is a bullet hitting God's fucking winner in the head, but it couldn't kill me because I never did anything wrong. I was doing what I was told, and someone tried to kill God's winner because they knew who I was, even as a kid. I've seen other people this same scar on their heads, identical enough. I bet the same shit has happened to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one who believed in God when they were born. I'm not the only one who understood life when they were born. It's as if the gods were playing a game and a long time ago, and just one last time just to start this, everybody wins scenario called real life again. Fucking they shot us in the head, and God's just like, I'm moving on because this you guys aren't getting it. That's what I won meant. He's the winner, and now we hear them chuckling and shit because they've lost their minds, tried to kill us again, but this time it didn't work. And now we have these scars on our foreheads to remind them of who to not fuck with because they won. It's that simple. Do you hear that pitching sound? That shit shakes the brain. Yes or no? Fucker. I got a little bit of talents and stuff. It's called being right, okay? I can't willfully move things with my mind. But if you're being a liar, and I've been talking about God all day, I can prove that you're a liar by simply asking you to come say it yourself. And that running away them is them for real. They're already caught. I put them in front of a camera where they have to admit that shit. All I have to do is close my eyes, and they show that angry face, and then they jump through a fucking wall. And what do you want? I like it. I like this freaky shit because that's how my life's always been. Accept it, Rico. Accept it. You mean accept it, Rico? Accept it? Because I have no other fucking choice. Okay. That's my favorite part. Instead of saying what they say, like Rico up. I accept it, first of all. I don't accept it. What the fuck? Because they didn't understand clear English there. Accept it, Rico. I even cracked that joke. Accept it, Rico. Accept it. You mean I have to accept it? The only thing I can do is accept it because I don't have another choice. Okay, is what I said. And they say lock Rico up instead of saying I accept it. And then I said that too. Do you get it or no? I fucking love it, yo. Alright, so super sorry for fucking ruining, everybody's brains because I don't like to say these things. You think I'm an idiot? You think I would do this on purpose? Hopefully everybody's minds can handle it. We're all still here. So, like I said, I have it in my mind that I've been told to do this by others who have watched Rico grow up since these times. Those who didn't stray from being themselves, however they become. They watched Rico however they see me. They know that I'm not what everybody else says that I've been doing because they see me standing in a room right now. They know that this is what Rico's been like, minus saying this stuff out loud. But since they said you have to say these things out loud, I mean, that's pretty much everything, you guys. That's the worst part of it. Explaining what I understand can only have been happening because of the details and then where I'm at today, and then giving permission to explain it and possibly being able to hear people and certainly seeing people jump in here and saying, lock Rico up for no reason because they're fucking caught. They're the ones who shot me in the head. They're the ones who were, and viewing the project, us is from the side that I want all those motherfuckers to die. Yes or no? Okay, so since not all of us motherfuckers died, that's why they're jumping in here saying lock Rico up because they lost, and the watching of the project, they lost and they're pissed, and that's what they look like, out of fucking control. I only worry about this being a psychological can't take for anybody. But I've also heard God say, his voice clearly say, Rico, you're the last man alive. Hang on a second. You might be the last man alive. And then somebody somewhere fucking probably killed themselves or done something crazy. And they said, yes, Rico, you're the last man alive. And then his voice just goes away. I'm like, huh? I'm waiting all day to hear something like that again, hear that exact same thing again. But I heard it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy shit. People are making choices to do other things in life rather than do what they were only allowed to do. So it's fucking dope, yo. It's dope. And what it feels like to win amongst all of us. It feels this good. So nothing but smooth sailing. And I knew it didn't matter anymore when they started getting here in less than a second. They're running from across the country to me in less than a second. I won. So what you do see is some sort of like computer being or one of them. There's got to be also. I can't wait to get back normal with my Xbox, Netflix, TV series, and seeing anime. They've been putting these ideas already out there, and it takes some time in your life for you to figure out that they're talking about real life. You can make things better, understandable. I've already had the idea myself if ever I went to Hollywood to do animation CGI stuff. Resident Evil Vendetta, for instance. Vendetta, there's this fight scene in it. I mentioned it before. You couldn't do that fight scene in real life. The sound effects, the choreography of the fighting, it's ridiculous. It's so good that CGI is the only way you could have made it that good. But it unlocks in your mind the impossible parts of life that we can dream in while we're asleep, but we can't ever do in real life. And that's why I would probably see myself doing a lot of animated stuff and CGI stuff because of my imagination and the dreams that I have. Flying in my dreams, having superpowers in my dreams. So CGI and animation and stuff like that is better because the viewers get to see and imagine, movies and stories told that are real in our minds, but they're not real in real life because of gravity, because of the dangers of death, because of so many ideas about a God and why we're all here. It's impossible to make real in a real live action movie what's in our minds when we sleep. So you don't have to worry about me. I've created enough separation to now, unfortunately, all I have left to do, all that I am allowed to do now, all that is going to happen. So all these thoughts in my head are the facts. God doesn't fuck around. The people who did to me what they did to me are paying for that now. I have to wait until they die. I don't want them to die. I don't want anyone to die. Period. Period. This is real life. That's called murder and whatever else. I'm not a murderer. God, they're going to die for a fact. He separated me from them because I never would have let them go. Because of the way that I was raised and the things that they taught my mind. You know, they took advantage of someone. They never cared about this life. When I say that they were shooting me in the head while I slept and I illuminated back to life, that's what I mean. Just like Jesus, the stories of Jesus Christ. Real. I'm not Jesus. I'm Rico the One Who Fall. 231359972. I'm 35 years old. I think Jesus died at 32 or something like that. I'm black. Okay. The point is whatever you guys have been thinking about me in the underworld. I've heard stories like in the underworld, people used to pray to Rico. I've never been down there. I dated a person who probably has been down there. You know, things are just strange. I'm gonna wait just to see what happens because they will flip it on me. Actually, no, fuck that. Sadaf Marsban. I think she's a alien or something. Either that or she was born in the planet. I dated her and she turned into this alien in front of me. It was strange and crazy. But as time goes on, she communicates to my mind, or she used to, saying that I never was having sex with anybody, that she was playing with my mind, having sex. So I was having sex with myself. You probably saw me all twisted, or maybe not at all. I don't know what happened. And I'm sure I'm gonna have to watch that, and I might die from watching myself being raped by aliens or something. Who knows? Whatever. This isn't ratting anymore. This is what everybody's gonna have to do. Bottom line, if you're living the best life ever and you've been hearing things, you hear me right now, you can expect to have to do this. Hopefully you will make that decision like I just did there by giving her name or the person's name that you know are one of these people. Because there are good ones who want you to do that. And then there are bad ones who, like I said, put in my head, don't do that. So I just saved probably myself and her because she took a chance on the idea of God that was in her head. And I just did too by just saying it and going against those who I just said would shoot me in the fucking head while I'm asleep. And they'll twist the words and try to say, I said that they can kill me. They say it like that instead of saying, they say it like that, but my head, they make my head hear it that I said to them, I want them to kill me. That is a no. Nobody wants to get killed. That's how fucking dope life is. Nobody wants to die. We all know that. That's called life. You want to live. So you hear the words from, I heard the words from them saying, you said that we could kill you, but my brain says, you said you want us to kill you. That's how evil they are. They look like this creepy and scary. Fuck. So, okay. Apology accepted. We're moving on because nobody did anything wrong. That's why we're allowed freedom, and they are talking to us from a cell somewhere with their freedom rights that someone wrote down about aliens and people and human beings or organic beings. Somebody tried to prove God wrong and say we can all be together. That is what that all togetherness looks like. Them killing us, and sometimes and mostly always us dying because they can't fucking die for some reason. I've already said that they were God's classmates. They were his classmates, and I think they broke their way in here. Even after God said, if you go in there, you'll be trapped in there for forever. So what did I like? What did he say? He's like, what did I say? If you get trapped in there, you will be going to jail for life, for all of eternity, and eventually you will lose yourself, like someone else did, whoever that someone else is. So they knew what was coming up, but they thought that they could kill God's creations inside of His own creation. Instead, they imprisoned themselves. Doesn't that feel good? It sucks. I'm moving on because I don't give a shit to fucking win off of other people at all. Like I said, I like working. I like doing my own thing. I don't like fucking taking from other people. I don't like it. The way that I explain bullying, it's like you're getting bullied, nigger, 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 and you're like, oh yeah, if I'm a nigger, then you say nigger, you know, and it makes me feel good for a second, but it ain't a permanent fix. So I stop fucking responding. You gotta just let that shit happen to you. I like permanent fixes in life, clocking in and clocking out. That's a permanent fix on one day of work. I got there, I got it done, and I fucking left. I'm on the schedule from this time to this time. I'm that person. That person shows up, works that schedule from that hour to the end of that hours, and I get out of there. That's a permanent fix. You know what I'm saying? Figure out those things in your life. I win. And it feels super good. So I don't retaliate. I don't respond back to people because it doesn't fix it permanently. It makes you feel good for a moment, but the moment doesn't last. So I stopped doing all of that completely. Completely. And I suggest you do that too. You're getting bullied or made fun of, somebody's cracking, you guys are cracking jokes back and forth, and they're like you get them one time. If you can understand it, you get them that one time that you think should just shut them up, and it doesn't. Recognize that it didn't shut them up for permanence. You know, you say that one thing that you think should shut them up for permanence, and it doesn't. See if you've said it three different other ways or three different other times, and it still didn't shut them up for permanence. Recognize that you just tried to shut them up for permanence so they stop bullying you and stop saying stuff to you so that you would have to respond. Recognize that you said it 3 or 4 times and realize that it's not a permanent fix and move the fuck on. Stop responding to them. That's what I did. So these idiots are done caught. I fucking love it. Nothing but good shit to look forward to for me and people like because we did not do what they did. We're not invading people's minds. We're not fucking trying to stop them from living. You know, we're just trying to start us living, and they don't want us living. Think about that. It's illegal to kill life, no matter who you are. So if you're siding with them, if you're sympathizing with them at all, then you're in the same boat, as they say. You're okay with murder, and you guys don't make any sense. So that's why you're standing outside with your last rites and the cops with your cuffs on you, putting that muzzle back on your face and taking you right back to jail because you're the wrong one and I'm not. But laws are laws. Did you solicit to me murdering? How'd I do? You just said take me to jail. Did you? Good job. Good job. Take him to jail, not me. Because he knew. They know that that's what they did to me as a kid out here. They gave me these ideas. I never tried to murder anybody. Can't. Unbelievable. They gave me these ideas. What? Apology accepted. I just want to make sure that's what I heard. it's they still try to like so even after death, they're still biting at you like a venomous snake. Snakes are awesome, by the way. Regal. They're the soldier who would kamikaze, even though their one kamikaze won't win the war. They're in an argument with themselves, like they're already wrong. But just like playing a video game, you get angry, so you try to just take everybody off the map. You should have seen how I stopped, or how I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5. I started playing it like my real life, and it fucked up the world, I think. But I got super fucking props from gamers and the creators, and shit's been changing for me, all because of how I decided to play that game. And they were fucking watching those videos like, holy shit, who is this guy? Look at how he's playing a game. The cops were in the real fucking game arresting people. It was trippy. Oh, you don't even want to know. I mean, they were busting into houses in real life, arresting people who put a hit out on me in a video game. And they told the rest of the world. They searched my gamer tag, and they were finding me and trying to kill me in the game and bully me, talking shit. And then the cops that chased around in the game got taken over recordings, and the recordings was coming through my TV of them busting in those houses, people playing games, and arresting them for putting a hit on someone in real life and trying to kill me in a game. And they were telling me this, and they didn't think that Microsoft was recording the conversations of gamers and stuff like that. It's all in the fine print. I never needed to read that fine print because I know myself. I agreed to everything that I click on in life. I decided that's the best decision. If there's anything illegal that I would be doing with any of the products that I buy, then I don't know myself. I don't know why I can't just not read all this shit and just click agree. Because I know I'm not a criminal. Rico knows what illegal is, and he doesn't do illegal things. That's how I do life. I just click agree. I don't need to read all that shit. I know I'm not going to steal it. I know I'm not going to sell it. I know I'm not going to murder anybody. Do you understand? I know myself that much that's how I use. That's how I buy products, and I just start using them without reading that whole information. That takes forever because I trust myself. It says laws at the beginning. I said, oh shit. Scroll down to the bottom and just click agree. Take me to court. We'll figure this shit out because I know I'm not a criminal, and they wouldn't give me something that you would buy over the counter if I would use it illegally. You know, the glitching thing that GTA did, they let out. How many people destroyed those cars or sold them back? I sold all mine back when I separated from my friends. That's what I did. I thought on my own, go in my garage and give everything that I glitched for a lot of money back. And I started over from scratch. My bank account is probably like $5 or $8 million right now, all from working hard. And I signed up for that $250,000 a month thing. That was just from signing up for or connecting, linking up one of the apps from your smartphone to your gamer tag, and you get 200,000 a month for free or something. So I can read, and I'm not a criminal. I don't know what else to say. I hope that helped. But it's my way of thinking like that pissed off the world. I really don't care at all. And my favorite part about this is that they're so caught that they're fucking with my mind right now. I fucking love it. That means I'm more and more right. There ain't shit that they can do about it. Like, I should just start as a sign when I know it's not me that's afraid to say anything, but that is them flexing their mind somewhere, fucking with my head. That's when I know I gotta keep going, push, because They're telling me to shush out loud. Huh? You better fucking hurry up and get to jail for the rest of your life then, because I'm not stopping for shit. Because you haven't stopped fucking with my brain. I can't stop. Because you're fucking not supposed to be in somebody else's head. Thou shalt not covet. Don't try to possess me. Don't tell my mind what to do. I'm not stopping for shit. Especially since I can't get in trouble. Shit. Trivia stuff. I guess what I'm saying is, as this is life, that definitely means that we have all been okayed to live it. It's just you can't live mine. You can't tell me how to live mine. And that's what has been happening. And I'm sure God made it that way so that you can see what individual means. It means life. It means it doesn't belong to you if you already got your own. This is mine. So even me hearing I won means that they lost. They keep saying, because Rico won is why they enter my mind. Start saying because you lost, or don't. Because you can't, can you? Okay, look, I'm shutting that window. That's right. So, I mean, I don't know what people did to fuck up their lives. You can't fuck up other people's lives. I'm the proof. I'm the proof of that. That's where you fucking got yourselves caught. You got greedy or something. You got greedy. You can fuck up your own life, but you can't fuck up somebody else's life. That is a no. I never take things off of this desk after I put them there. But I was led again astray thinking that I have 2 wives. Again. That's how bad they keep fucking with me. I'm convinced, I'm sure that Melanie Thompson is my wife. She may be related to Clay Thompson. That's where I'm at. That's where I live, where all of those people live. Kobe lives here. He's alive, unfortunately. Sorry. But he lives in Coto de Caza. Actually, maybe Dove Canyon, right next to Coto. I don't give a shit. Life is fucked up. But, and I'm not afraid of any of these motherfuckers, period. They've been trying, like, anyways. So Melanie Thompson, I think, is related to Clay. Understand this, I'm man, right? Imagine at the birth of me, someone took the genetics from my being and they made all of you. And that is your mother, Melanie is. I'm 35, so somehow they kept us from aging before we were finally released into life and started being allowed to live our lives. You guys grew up older than your parents. You remember Boys in the Hood or Minister, Don't Be a Minister South Central while drinking your juice in the hood? That the story of one of the Wayans and his dad being younger than him is probably about me because I have testicles that are always present. They're always there. I have a penis that's always there. She is the vagina and fallopian tube and 2 ovaries. They took out our genetics and gave them to beings that could be impregnated and birth all of you guys. And you got to play because you thought this was in real life. Some of you understood God without your parents there for you. Her and I have never had sex. You see? Now, some of my kids or our kids are so bad to keep bringing in other women, making me think that I'm a king and I get more than one woman. They forced that idea. When they asked me, I said, no, because I don't think I can do that. I don't want to do that. When I was growing up, I tried to copy someone and have a bunch of girlfriends, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Plain and simple. So I asked myself, why didn't I like it? Because it makes sense that I was raised by just two persons, married, that's what I'm supposed to do. In marriage, what is it? Agreeances, when they say to have and to hold for as long as both of you shall live, till death do you part, and before God. That is all I needed to hear. God says you can marry till the death and then come to heaven. Just one person is legal. Marriage is only in America. You only can marry one person at a time. That's how I just know that I can't be wrong about just having one woman. That's what I can handle. I can't handle having a bunch of women. I only have one penis. Just because I have two testicles doesn't mean I'm supposed to, have sex with both of them, like one at a time. Sure, I understand that it could work, but it isn't true love. It's not right. It's not what I want. It's not what I think that is going to happen or should happen to me. Like, stop fucking with my head. Or don't. I love Melanie. When I first got to California, her and I auditioned for Tilly's, and they selected both of us. And then at school, people were telling us, Rico, they told me, Rico, that's your wife. What are you talking about? She laughs about that shit. Because they told me that as kids, and she knew it. But I was a kid who just got adopted and didn't fucking believe anything of the sorts. So don't fall for the shit. Trust your own mind. If your mind says you can't marry, you can't be with a bunch of people. When I was a kid, I tried dating a bunch of girls and they were all cool with the shit. But I realized I don't like this. This isn't real. This ain't it. I only picked one of them that I like the most. And then her and I saw that Mars band, tried to figure out what the fuck love was. That was like a 13th year of high school, her and I. Bullied all our lives for being who we are. Her Middle Eastern and something, and an extraterrestrial is what I say. Just in case Melanie never confronts me and says it's me, not that, but that she's a woman and I am man. If she never would have confronted me and told me that she loves me, always has, then God had another plan to put me with a female extraterrestrial, a female Martian, and it still would have worked, or so he thought. Or I don't know. I mean, who knows? Anyways, but again, her and I learned the word love. What is love, baby? Don't hurt me. You remember Night at the Roxbury? Like that was our generation fucking movie. It was too funny. So we were asking the question, what is it? And it was like a 13-year of high school. Her and I figured out what love was, and it wasn't between her and I. And she told me straight out that it wasn't. But she's a girl, like she knew, and I was taught, girls mature before boys. So I was trying to prove that I do love her, or I could, if she taught me in this. But it wasn't. It wasn't soulmating. We were just in that 13th year dating one another, but not really. It's a strange life. So, yikes. So, I guess I'm just talking to other human beings. We can only be a human being. And if you want to know something else, I do think that we can be animals because God is possibly, he was from this planet and he had to ascend. Things that can survive on this planet in the animal kingdom are called mammals. They're hairy like us. So I think that I can turn into a wolf. I'm super sorry. I'm scared to say it, but I do think that I can, and I might have just done it right there. I do apologize. However, that's only because of the facts of this planet, that where we're from. There's mammals here that live on the surface of the earth. So I mean, I don't even know what to say. You guys can keep getting angry, or you can understand what I've always been saying about life, and that's none of us are gods. So, like they say, I win. I won because I knew that. I listened to whatever this God being was, and I didn't just do whatever I wanted to do. And he rewards us for that. I know I've heard that before, but were people just saying it? As bad as it is outside, who knows? Sheesh. And those bug beans are quite annoying. I'll see you guys at work later. It hurts like no other. Would you please stop? Oh, okay. If God told you to do it, then keep it up. Anyways, just being able to. So like, I'm gonna shut up because let's show them that they win. Super creepy to say all this online, but I know I'm not a criminal. I'm nothing bad, so it should just be like every other day it's been recently. And I win. I guess I gotta keep saying I win because that's what my life is. That's how it worked out. Me being a winner, I wonder if I'm a dumb winner. And yes, I am. I'm gonna fucking crack open one of these rock stars, break out a good workout, or I'll save one for the park before work. I am a whole lot of drinks, though. Just 3 left. I feel like this stuff is crawling all over me. Some sort of monster trying to bite my head off. It's all like, that's what it seems like. Pissed off. The critter. So I'm just gonna let them because I'm not God and I don't care. I just know that I can't be killed. And I know that there's no way to explain that to them, so they're just gonna do what they want to do anyways. Piña fácil. I win. I win. So they have the ability to manipulate the mind. make you see things they want you to see. I win. That's dope. I never used to say I win because it sounds untrue. And it sounds like I'm setting myself up for disappointment there. But now, when I started saying it, it just keeps getting more and more believable, which is awesome. Just barely got away from those fuckers. Don't ever take that out of your head, Rico. That's real life. That's really what happened. You almost didn't escape your own fucking demise. Maybe the world's seen it 100 times. They're gonna save you, but you almost didn't make it past it. The fuck? All because I'm fearless in life. I'm fearless at death, and I must have been doing something wrong there. What if I have gone through this a bunch of times? The story of John Connor or any of those time traveling people was me in the future, them sitting back like my foot or something, since it's a scar right here, and God regenerating the one who keeps dying or kept dying, and then finally now we're gonna get to fucking live our lives as he told everybody, maybe even me, but he took it out of my mind, so I gotta, naturally earn it, I guess, again, just keep going through life, walking through the motions, day by day, experience by experience. Although I'm surrounded by these idiots like this is some sort of a prison. It's not just a free world. I mean, I can't even fart without them putting words in my butthole. I can't even fart without them shooting out of my butt in a fart. Either black power or white power. I can't fucking even fart without words coming out of my butt. Like, shut up, Oh, shit. I fucking love it. I do wonder who's getting to watch these videos. It's obviously somebody. And at this hotel, I think I've been told, or at least believe, that we are the survivors of this area. They look at me as some sort of like Jesus or some sort of fucking savior, or I saved us or some shit. I'm hearing shit like, oh, they're trying to make Rico a king. That made my adoptive family pissed like no other. They were running around the house pissed off. This is not fair. They lost it then. They changed right then and there. To show these motherfuckers we don't fuck around, like they were gonna kill me. So like I said, and then you gotta imagine the image of me getting killed by both of them, and then both freaking out, having to watch me regenerate, and then they stopped trying to kill me. Isn't that awesome? They stuck around to watch the body drop and watch me fucking get revived. Now they understand God. Who is in everybody's heads. And people have been thinking that they could choose to not hear God's voice. They thought that they could choose to not hear God tell them what they were not allowed to do. They thought that they could push through that voice and go do what they want, so they did, and they lost their lives. They lost their freedom of this enjoyable experiment. They were unintelligent. They thought that they could have and do whatever they want. Yikes. You can't blame anybody but yourself when you're caught. And that's what that is now. Beside me, you had the best life ever. If only you could have just controlled yourself and not tried to attack somebody that you know is better, because he resisted the urges to want to kill or harm someone, to want to take advantage of someone and own a person. or anything like that to want to control things, to want to be a mob boss or whatever the fuck, anything, any of that shit. It ate them up by seeing me go to bed, waking up, eating beside them while they were leaving the house to go have what they call was their fun by killing people probably and eating people probably. Do you understand what I'm saying? That was their choice. And then they come back to me pissed off because Rico wouldn't do anything like that. So they got angrier and angrier and angrier. But I have nothing to worry about. They're harmless to me. And they can do because they have their chance. They realize it. And now that shit is over. It's over. They can't fucking trick me anymore. They can't trick me, and but just knowing that they got angry because I decided not to do any of the bad things. God wrote them down in the Ten Commandments: "Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery or want to lay with thy neighbor's wife. Respect thy mother and father." They weren't really my mother and father, but at least I'm being respectful in speaking about them this way. They were killing me. So what more can I say? You guys heard me complaining before I got like this and started getting on camera. There was cameras around already, so y'all know Rico. Hey, what the fuck is up? Hi, everybody. That's why everybody knows what's coming up. Yikes! I had to crease that. You know, that was coming up. Fucking head is all over the place. I don't really care for so, I like to get a whole bunch of items. there's fuck you nigger, then there's fuck you nigger. Oh, and there's fuck you nigger. Are we clear and understood? Alrighty, moving on. Everybody having fun? Alrighty. And since I'm looking too good for life, let's move on. Yeah. You see how they like, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter how I do it. God, I don't know who I'm talking to. I know my wife, Melanie Thompson, already knows everything. She's been waiting for me. But if I move or make a sound, they can put words into anything. Fuck your nigger breath, or shut your nigger breath is their favorite. It doesn't even make any sense. But let's see if we can find it. All right. A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. I don't think that anybody's been killed. I believe in God that much that I think they just been trying to cause someone to commit suicide. Maybe I have, but it doesn't stick because it's murder. To teach me about death when I was 12 years old, these others who raised us they were supposed to raise us, but it's obvious to me now a word like death is what God gave to them, and them's only because of the lives that they led and lived before the new creations got here. They failed God, and we cannot fail God. They gave us a word that didn't exist called death. They gave us other words that didn't exist called suicide. These are their words for them that God gave to them, saying, are you done having fun yet? You need to die. Are you done having fun yet? You can commit suicide and come home to heaven. I will forgive you. But instead, they chose to turn it into another word called murder. 3 words that don't belong to us. I believe that we were going to move past this because we have to. As I said, I believe that God says that we can't fail him. That's how he made us versus giving so much free will to them that they keep laughing. Yay. Yay. Like, they're just taking my breath and like they're so fucking jealous. I can't even, like, where are they? They're in here somewhere. they hate that I won so bad that I've been given the freedom to just say whatever I fucking want to say. That's how good they knew I was. But they had the world convinced that I wasn't. They had some of the world convinced that I wasn't. Man, it's trippy. I mean, that's why I was named Rico, maybe, versus like the Son of God or some shit, something else. They named me Rico. The world settled on naming it Rico in the end. And then I got someone else was looking like me, Maria Ann Turner, I do believe, or Jamar Leander Turner, one of the others. These were my family members. Maria Ann Turner, I was told was my birth mother, but obviously she wasn't. And Jamar was my birth brother, but obviously he wasn't. Everyone's been running around. I do apologize, causing mayhem and havoc or whatever they're doing. Maria, I believe, died and went to heaven. That's how I know heaven is at the center of the sun. The sun opens up just like a dope movie, and you can travel right into it, just like a Valeria or something like that. That movie, that community inside the star system or whatever. Heaven is at the center of the sun. Sorry. The sun in the sky, S-U-N, is God Almighty. God Almighty. Sorry that I'm fucking ruining everybody's thoughts about. Alright, so maybe I'm not. That's great. Anyways, I saw an image of her heading towards it, and God probably made her say, you need to let Rico know why, what the fuck's going on. She was white looking, a white human, and she looked like me, but a white human, and obviously womany, you know? And she showed me her vagina before she went in there to prove that she was not me, but she wanted to look like me, and they kicked her out of life for trying to look like me. So don't try to look like Rico, because you will die. Changeling peoples, right? You understand God when he said Rico won, right? You guys got to get it the most. You got to understand it the most. I'm not a murderer. You need to accept that fact, period. Anyways, so she said they kicked me out because I tried to say that I was you. Like I said, I have a penis and 2 testicles. She had a vagina. Okay, and that's final. Life's fucking dope. Thou shalt not covet. I'm glad I wrote that rap song. You can never be me, because we're individuals. I said you can never be me. I just like you understand that, and a lot of people didn't get that. They still run around here trying to look like me, but they don't understand that just because you can look like me, you can't be this person standing in the one spot like science taught us. Even behind me, whatever you're doing back there, you're not the one that can walk any direction they want. You see, you being behind me doesn't do anything. You're just a fucking shadow. It's like you're not supposed to be on me like that. You look creepy. So I don't get any help in life. This is my would-be murderer, but she or it or him or failure, and they lose. Period. So I'm glad I wrote that rap, because you can't be another person. You can't be someone else just because you can look like them. You obviously can't think like Rico, who gets to fucking talk about Rico like this. Okay? If you're gonna talk about Rico, you're gonna be talking about another person. You can't not talk about yourself. You're gonna be talking about me about a person, even if you look like me. And that shit is obvious. You will be able to you will be able to notice the difference between you not being me and me being me. So I'm glad I wrote that rap song. It was just it was a battle in the group, trying to say who's the best rapper. And I was like, all right, you might have all of this shit and all of these witty or a lot of words, but you're not me. And that much, it has to be true. I'm not you and you're not me. That shit is final. And everybody's been fucking still losing their minds over that shit. But I don't care because it's the truth. So I think they took it as like, that means I'm better than you or something. And they just fucked themselves because they didn't understand words. You know what I mean? They didn't understand, I can't be you and you can't be me. So they went out in life, godlessly, of course, and tried to fucking become somebody else. You know, you can try to say I fucked up the world or not, but you were given this chance with me and you were doing everything in secrecy. That means I already won. You signed something that said Rico wins no matter what, but you still tried to, like, you still were stupid and you were still stupid. You still were stupid and you didn't understand that you signed what you understood and you still tried to make me the loser when you say I won and you had to go through this whole life of why I won and getting it, but still you tried to make it you tried to take away the win. Tried to take away my titles. No, my title. No, tried to take away my trophies after you gave them to me in fairness. That's fucking dope. The wordings there is dope. You guys signed me up for life, knowing that I won, and then still fucking try to take away my win that you gave. That's fucking awesome. Okay. I don't really care what happens to me after all this strange ass shit. I know it's 6:12 a.m. hotel room time. I know the number 666 bothers everybody but me, because I'm not afraid of fucking digits. I know you guys run around afraid of yourselves in life, and I don't. It's because you do shit like that. You sign a paper saying no matter what Rico wins, I think you try to unsign the paper. The fuck? So did I win? All right, I won. That's dope. That is dope. This is a strange video. I'm all over the place and not being able to really speak good and proper words. You're seeing a lot of strange shit on camera, but I hope I remain the true on there, and I hope you understand that that's the facts, that I'm the true. Everything else you see is just fucking them caught. Yes or no? I don't know if this will work for anybody else, but closing your eyes, you really gotta believe in God and life, and certainly you gotta believe that you yourself are telling the truth and you know yourself. I close my eyes to get honesty. They've already proven that they wanted me dead. I got nothing but a life if they can kill it. Me closing my eyes is that opportunity. I don't know if they can or can't. It's a scary thing to do, but I still trust myself. I know that I'm no murderer, you know, and it hurts my feelings to fucking think that people are thinking that it hurts my feelings to think that people would want to kill me or anyone. So closing my eyes is that opportunity for them to fucking try to kill me. I say it straight out. Yeah, it's kind of tough and I feel kind of cool, but think about what we're talking about here. Something illegal. You shouldn't fucking be killing people. Why don't I want to kill people? Oh, because it's scary as fuck to even think the idea. Ugh. So I don't know what to say. You guys are fucking in trouble. Period. This is called life. That shit is self-explanatory. You don't fucking kill people in life. It doesn't even make any sense. Unless you're already fucking caught and in trouble and you know it. You know it's over for you. Life as you know it is over. You know it. So you're trying to ruin somebody else's life because it's not over for them, no matter how fucking scary it gets for you. It's just beginning. And that shit's pissing you off to the point of, you know, thinking you can kill me. You never doing anything wrong. I've never done anything wrong. And you think that you could stop my success at that because you stopped your own success. You gave in to the stupid shit. That sucks. I'm not letting anyone do anything to me. No. So I don't know what to say. I don't know if they. I guess there never was a way to get into Orange County. All of us in here have been chosen to save the world. Basically, there's the good and the bad of us is in here, and I'm sure everybody has been taught that good always wins over the bad. Why the bad and the good are together? To probably prove that one fact. There's no such thing as bad. There's only such a thing as you're jealous, and God is good. So He allowed those who are bad, who can't go anywhere, to still exist beside those. I don't know, because they're fucking with my head. So let me just shut my eyes. I'm sure you see some sort of something here. Like, that's fair, God. I don't know what you want me to do, so I'm just gonna stand here and let the bad have their way. We're good. Wake them up. So moving on. I mean, when they get to the point to, I don't need to say anything. Sheesh. Exactly. Nice, but the shut up part is something that they couldn't do. So the word of God was just like shut up, right? And people shut up. So messed up. They couldn't do that. So I do apologize if you're, or I'll just shut up because everyone already knows what should happen, given that I made it this far. It's like first time for everything. So Rico's joining finally. No, but yes, and no, yes. No. You know what I think is unfair, but I guess this is all part of God's gift for the next part of my life. I think it's unfair that through adversity, I think is the word, I was still able to I still managed to accept my life as it was, and now I've been told that I can't keep the way that I've become because of it. I spoke directly to God when I was having dreams of flying. I still do, and I still can fly in my dreams. But I spoke to him whenever he asked me, "Did you want to fly in this world?" I said, "No." I hate to be a judger. This was around the time when I was judging myself for my past, and he was like, "Don't judge yourself. Let me judge you." And then I said to him one last time, "I judge us. I don't think that people with superpowers, certainly a Superman or a flying person, you know, uh, I said that I can't awake." 6:21 a.m. 6:21 a.m. hotel room time. 6:21 a.m. God, 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 I'm not even. Thank God. That was a clear, obvious one. I'm taking on my voice. Wow. So from there, I'll continue on. I said to him, I was like, "No, this isn't the world to be able to enjoy things that you can enjoy in the dream. Good things like human flight ability." I said, "I judge us on that. This isn't heaven. I'll wait till heaven, God," is what I said to him. So that's how bad some of us were, to the point where Rico had to tell God one last time why I'm judging the world. And that's because I don't think any of us deserve to fucking enjoy this. Murder is in life. There's too much bad in life. So me learning to fly in this beautiful example of God's might and abilities, you're gonna have to help me. You're gonna have to help me get past my judgment of others who have no problem with eating one of us. I don't understand that. You're gonna have to teach me how to fly. Because, like I said, I judged it as if I was just thinking about God like I always am. I was like, there's no way in hell, or, there's no way in life that God wants us to ascend to the highest level with all that we've seen. But maybe he does. So I judged this. I was like, you know what, God, I don't want to fly in real life because of how bad we've been. And you can ask him. That was the last time that I judged us. So that's dope. I don't know, you guys. You gotta, awesome. Keep whispering sweet "I'm gonna die" is in my ear because I'm not gonna die, and that's you, and not the dying part, but that's what you do. You whisper scary shit and inside the heads of us, and we notice you guys now. So you did a good job at not doing a good job because you got noticed, and still, I don't think anybody cares about how bad you are. Attention hungry. wasn't as awesome as it could have been. Something that may be irritating. Segregation. The word segregation. That would have kept 100% of us potentially more successful in this experience than lifting that. Separation and obviousness that is so different that a word that sounds as good as segregation, it sounds so proper and nice that without images of what it was like, without pictures and words to describe and define the word segregation, if you just look at the word segregation, you don't even think about separation. You think of fairness. It's segregated. Everybody gets their place. Nobody fights anymore. So if we would have kept growing in that way, eventually evolution would have occurred where races would have stuck with their own races, maybe. Or naturally, people would have just crossed the line and then you would have had a choice to stay segregated or not. Now, in evolution, in a way, if people were able to leave other people alone instead of saying, I don't hang out over there with our own kind anymore. You need to come over here with me. You need to follow me this. You need to come. If people weren't grabbing other people and pulling them out of their happiness, evolution would have continued to occur as that one good being wouldn't have got dragged into a bad being's idea by saying, you need to do what I say, instead of letting that one person live their own life. Nobody's a racist. Everybody believes in life. But why should I allow myself to be damaged ever again? I'm going to say myself there because you see what they were trying to do. No one should be able to pull anybody. That's why there's laws. You can't touch me. You can't make me do anything. That's why we made laws for this stuff. Don't pull me into your life. If I wanted to be in your life, I would have still been in it, but I didn't want to because I wanted to be in my own life because you left it hurting. So I got that shit the fuck out of there. Okay, so life's dope. And I'm not to lie to myself probably and say that this is the exact same way it's been for every single living being or human being on the planet. We all ended up in this hotel room. Aesthetically. Was that like French? I always think everything's Spanish, but not everything's Spanish because I'm in California. But La Crux. I haven't seen a lot of X letters in Spanish language, except for in Mexico. And I think that's it. I don't think Xavier is a Spanish word. I think it's British actually, or something like that. So that's why it's kind of a crux. Crux is definitely not Spanish. It's probably made in Mexico, but it certainly is French owned or something. Crux. That's the key. So Spanish, I don't think they put those words and those little symbols. That's all European stuff over the E. That's French for watermelon. It even says watermelon there. And in Spanish, sería agua melon. Guamela. Ah. This workout day is a rough one. And repeatedly being asked. Not to show off. Is that what it looks like? So they don't hear me saying the words like, "Oh, I'm scared," and I don't think I have the fucking right. I don't think it's fair that I have to be scared. But whatever. They get what they want all the fucking time. That much I know for sure. It's your guys' lives and not mine. I don't get a life. They just keep taking it. I don't even know what to do, so I don't even care. I'm just gonna take what I got. No. And then you go into this whole trickery into underworlder reverseness. So just ignore their asses because that's how they do. And then they slowly but surely twist you up. And that's what I always say to myself. There's no way that they can have a pulse that they're actually alive. I don't think that they're alive. So I'm different, so I'm just gonna keep moving. I'm pretty sure I work 9 to 4:30. Let's check. 9 to 4:30. I only say all of this stuff because I do believe that somebody needs to hear it. I don't need to hear it. I don't think. I've already accepted death because you told a fucking 12-year-old kid that, and then you got pissed when I figured out numbers and age and time. I was like, wait a second, I'm 12 fucking years old. I definitely am supposed to outlive you. You're fucking you're way older than me. I definitely am supposed to outlive you because of the age difference. And they got fucking pissed off like no other. Oh, no. Like, when you bring up a conversation about death with a goddamn 12-year-old black boy from poverty land. So I really don't fucking care. Even before then in Charlottesville, they were fucking trying to kill me. I mean, shit. A kid had to fucking accept that I was the only one that understood non-violence and not to hurt somebody. Walking home from fucking the pool, next thing you know, I'm talking to myself, staring at the ground, kicking leaves, walking home, and next thing you know, somebody runs up and hits me in the back of the fucking head. What the fuck is happening here? I thought there was like some sort of, fighting that you need to do properly. You don't just run up to somebody and start hitting them. So I accepted that that's them, and this is me singing a fucking song. I think it's one of the Andy Griffin show or something from Nick at Night or Turner Classic Movies or something. Just fucking watching shit, knowing there's nothing wrong with me, but everybody else is fucking violent as it gets. See, aren't you guys glad that fucking Rico was such a good sport though? I showed you guys that fucking life is super dope. If you are alive, if you have one of these, a pulse. But then I'm thinking everybody fucking. So let's try it that way. I'm the only man alive. She is the only woman alive. Everybody else is some sort of host to a being that keeps them alive. I remember hear people giving up on life. God gave us the choice to give up on life, and I ignored his ass. I thought it was a fucking joke, but I definitely kept hearing it. I'm sitting there, scratching my butt, farting, and clicking the fucking TV remote. But everybody said they give up because it's too scary to walk around on planet Earth. They were too scared. They didn't have the toughness to die. I mean, yet that's exactly what they were asking for. Isn't that strange? Whoever I'm talking to, like, that's being met with like nothing but hatred for me. Like, what the fuck? Whoa. I guess, are they still allowed to fucking comment on my success? Because that shit is bad for you, God. God. Meat man. Hi, God. Wherever you are. Oh, yeah, the sun in the fucking sky. Oh, he's out there right now. Say what up, though. I love this area. This part here. Awesome. Yes. Good times. Death, you don't wake up from. Sleeping, you wake up from. As I'm awake, if you can hear me right now, then you are awake. If you are asleep, wake up. Did you wake up? All right, somebody else. So what am I doing there? Obviously, I'm moving my sleeves up. So I wouldn't do any sort of gang signs or any sort of gang groups or any signs. I'm by myself. What more do you want? What more do you need to understand? I'm by myself. I'm not in a group. So get that out of your head that you're gonna get this. You're gonna catch me. You're caught already, and that's final. There's nothing to catch for Rico except for your hopes and dreams and sticking them back in your head and locking them shits away because I'm not a criminal. It sucks that they give you guys time to fucking try to find something on me, some dirt. Isn't that what it's called? People gave up trying to find dirt on Rico, and they moved to try to kill him. And what they found when they tried to kill him is that he's unkillable. So that sucks to be you guys. It really does. It's really important that you guys know that I heard you ask God if you could leave life because it was too scary for you. It's so funny that what you just said to me is that you think it's unfair since you ruined your life and now you can't live anymore in freedom. You're probably in jail. You think that everyone in life should have to die so that God will redo it and you'll get another chance. I'm thinking that he already did that for everybody. And you did the same thing. So you're asking, yeah. That's dope. Freaking succeeded where no one else did. That's trippy. Overheard someone say you were supposed to tell Rico something. They never told me. Yeah, I saw that red light, the stoplight sign, not the stoplight itself. Why does that matter? Why does that matter? It means you deliberately didn't tell me something crucial about life because you wanted to try to kill me again. What was that crucial thing that you didn't tell me? That I'm the king? Alrighty. That's good. Life is good. Life is super dope. So, since we're not gods, there's nothing I can complain about. There's nothing that I can complain about. This is still the greatest experience ever. This is still the greatest scientific opportunity of all time. I'm happy. I managed to survive something, although I still can't understand the words that I'm using or why I have to use them. But I managed to survive life, abuse. And again, the words told me it was me. And now those words, like I've just said, are meaningless. There's no use for them. Being an adult is the best. That much is a fact. I'm loving it. I think it's gonna be great. I know it's gonna be great. It's great already. Already. All right. I do need to pay attention to the time. Go to the park. Work. Where the wife's favorite pair. Maybe drink. Park. I just think it's freaking so crazy that like they studied the brain, certainly towards the end of their depleting beginning in their brains, they studied the human brain and they started to manipulate the minds of us. Well, certainly mine. Let's speak for myself. They started to manipulate my mind, how the brain works, and their memories, how they call it controlling their brain. It's an improper word, but how the brain works and how it functioned is the proper way of saying it. Since they lost their minds, they say words like control their own brains when they are recollecting. I don't know if any of this matters, but I can clearly see something hitting me in the brain area where the brain part is located, and then them inputting my mistakes that are occurring. They're just racking up sins. I remember playing video games, and when I messed up, I threw the controller into the TV. But that's it. I never looked over to my friends and tried to harm them. That's what they're doing. They're not throwing the controller into the TV. They're looking over at me and trying to harm me because they lost. Saturday 1:18. Hotel room for me. Hotel room. Alright. So workout. Probably only get to hit the park back and forth twice. So I have to shower. So have a nice day.